Yes, everyone. Welcome to Wrestle Tracks. We are live, waiting on our guest Joe of Wrestle Talk. If he's listening, call in, sir, at 347-850-1368. 347-850-1368. If you can, Joe. If not, we'll keep it moving. I guess he's not going to be able to join us, so we'll keep this show rolling, ladies and gentlemen. Wait a minute, hold on. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Hey, Joe, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going? How you doing?
I'm good. I thought you were gonna make it in time, bro.
Yep, I'm here. I'm here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe of Wrestle Talk Podcast. That's right. We have wrestler tracks, Wrestle Talk together for the first time ever. This is pretty cool. Tell them about yourself, Joe.
What's going on?
I'm doing all right. Hey, Joe, tell them about yourself right quick.
Oh my goodness, I am a huge wrestling fan. Been a wrestling fan since I was a little kid. Started my own wrestling podcast about 5 years ago, and called the Wrestle Talk Podcast. And here we are today. Thousands of people listening. We just had Kevin Sullivan and B. Brian Blair. So we specialize on independent wrestling. That's what we focus the most on because we feel that independent wrestling is the backbone of professional wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Of course, you gotta start somewhere.
Absolutely, absolutely. A lot of people don't realize that the same people that you see on TV today are at one point or another started at an independent wrestling promotion. So, definitely we encourage everybody to get out and go see your local professional wrestling.
Oh, definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. Let's get into it here. Tonight we're going to talk about a few WWE, maybe some New Japan, maybe some Ring of Honor, all that stuff, all that good stuff, and we'll even take it down memory lane. Let's get started with Extreme Rules.
All right.
And I'm looking forward to this card. It's going to be very interesting. There was supposed to be a match where the winner of a multi-man match faces Brock Lesnar. That's off the table. Brock had some contractual obligations. Didn't work out. Probably didn't want stuff in his contract they couldn't give him. So say, you know what? Screw it. Not going to happen.
Yeah, that kind of makes me a little bit mad because, most times you see wrestlers, in the WWE, they have titles. If they don't defend their title within 30 days, they're stripped of their title. But I guess Brock Lesnar is exempt from that stipulation because, he only defends his title every so often.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, in the background I had a movie going on. Anyway, by the way, just a little fun fact here. If you do break into WWE, your boss will be Mark Carrano.
I did not know that.
Yes, sir. If you ever watch Total Divas and stuff, like he's under Triple H, Stephanie, but the main guy you'll be working with every single week, week in, week out, day in, day out, pay-per-views, house shows, everything, is Mark Carrano.
Huh. Very, very interesting.
Yeah. Now on TV, you work with Triple H, Stephanie, those are your bosses on television, but the main guy behind the scenes, Mark Carrano. Joe, wrestling has changed over the years, man. 'Cause 20 years ago, you had to know somebody in this business. Nowadays, they'll train anybody.
That is definitely true. Wrestling has changed, tremendously throughout the years. Like you said, you had to know somebody, but nowadays, they were trained. Just about anybody can be trained in pro wrestling, and you see it in independent promotions where you can tell when you see somebody that hasn't really had the greatest of training because they're not really the best, and you can tell for somebody who's had, a lot of training. But yes, definitely. I think that what has changed the most is the fact of us being able to be surprised. I don't feel we're able to be surprised anymore because you go onto the internet and everybody knows exactly what's going on.
Right. But man, back in the day, you want to talk about the, huh?
Well, like I was saying, it's like you never knew what was going to happen. Like you didn't know if somebody was going to show up. You didn't know that they were going to be there. Nowadays, you know somebody's backstage because it's all over the place. You can't go on Facebook or anywhere without it being, spoiled for you.
Oh yeah, definitely. Man, I tell you, you want to talk about surprises? 2002, when Eric Bischoff became general manager of Raw, nobody knew. Wrestling fans and wrestlers alike were shocked when they saw Eric Bischoff backstage. Okay, like what the hell is he doing here?
Yeah, absolutely, and that was because I think that most shocking was because of the fact that Eric Bischoff came from WCW, and WCW was having this whole Monday Night Wars thing. People thought you would never see Eric Bischoff on the WWE TV, and sure enough, there he was.
Man. Vince McMahon said, you know what? It takes a real SOB to make it this business. So from one SOB to another, their new general manager, Eric Bischoff. I'm like, what?
Absolutely. I remember that day. I was at my sister's house and I was watching wrestling, and I remember, that night, and I was shocked. I was like, seriously? Eric Bischoff? I'm like, hell yeah.
Oh man, and Jerry Lawler pointed out that he was in the there are some days that Mr. Man was definitely on Eric Bischoff.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember that 100%.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna step back in the time machine just a second. Right now, we're gonna go to some more current and talk about Extreme Rules. It's going to be live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the hometown of Hall of Famer Kurt Angle. I'm going to use my cheat sheet here. Let's see what we got here. We mentioned it earlier. The match on the card is follows. Check this out. We have Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax, AJ Styles, Rusev. How cool would it be Rusev on the championship on Rusev Day? That would be awesome. Matt Hardy, Bray Wyatt versus the B team for the titles. Carmella versus Asuka. The Bludgeon Brothers, get this, versus Team Hell No, Kane and Daniel Bryan.
It definitely sounds like it's going to be a great pay-per-view. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen with the Asuka and Carmella match. I'm sure that at some point Carmella's what the heck is his name? His name is who's Carmella's man? It's not, but
James Ellsworth, right?
What's that?
James Ellsworth.
Yeah, Ellsworth. I'm sure that Ellsworth, thank you. I don't know why I couldn't remember his name. For some reason, I could not remember his name. But yeah, I'm sure that Ellsworth is going to be in there jumping in at some point. He's going to try to do something. But, it looks like it's going to be a pretty solid pay-per-view.
That's it. Ronda Rousey is still suspended. She will be... here's what I say. I say have Ronda Rousey face Nia Jax or Alexa Bliss, and they'll face the winner of that match will face Ronda Rousey.
I could see that.
And
Ronda
maybe we can
Rousey
do.
really surprised me at Money in the bank. I felt that she put on a really, really good match, and I think that she did a lot better than a lot of people thought she was going to do.
Yes, sir. And maybe we can put this in the match where it's almost similar to Ronda Rousey's comfort. I don't know, a good old fashioned cage match. That's kind of close to what Ronda Rousey used to. So I would say either Ronda Rousey versus Nia Jax, Ronda Rousey versus Mr. Bliss, and a good old fashioned cage match.
That would definitely be interesting.
It's not the octagon, but it's something similar, so it should be comfortable.
Yeah, that would definitely be interesting. I remember watching Owen Hart against Ken Shamrock. I think it was Owen Hart against Ken Shamrock in a Lions Den match. That was crazy.
Yes, sir, man. Dude, I remember. First of all, I want to send some love to Chris Jericho. He's a 10-time Intercontinental Champion. Now, I know there's different promotions, but technically, he's a 10-time Intercontinental Champion, winner from Kenny Omega over New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Wow. Yeah, he just recently beat Naito, didn't he?
I want to say Kenny Omega, but yeah, he beat somebody.
Yeah, he beat Naito, and Kenny Omega beat Okada.
Oh, yeah. That is correct, my bad. Yeah, two mixed up. But nonetheless, Kenny Omega is the IWGP World Champion. You know, this different promotion. Chris Jericho is a 10-time Intercontinental Champion.
That is definitely awesome. 10 times, wow.
You know, there's different promotions still count.
Yes. And he's still, he's still the Intercontinental Champion. Is just, instead of the WWE Champion, he's the IGWP or IWGP.
Yeah. And they should have another pay-per-view coming up. I want to see if I can use my cheat sheet here and see what we got here in New Japan. Let's see here. I say this a lot on the show, but New Japan Pro Wrestling is the only company I can see going head to head with Vince McMahon on the basis that they've been around just as longer.
Yes. Yes. They are, in my opinion, they are one of the only promotions that would be able to go head to head with Vince McMahon, because they have a huge fan base. And if they were to put Wrestle Kingdom on the same day as WrestleMania, dude, I don't know. I think wrestling fans would go nuts to see Wrestle Kingdom and WrestleMania on the same day. Oh my goodness. There would be no sleep that day.
Now, a second here, trying to find the next pay-per-view from Japan. If I can, let's see what we got going on here. Well, I'm not sure. I'm trying to find the next pay-per-view for New Japan Pro Wrestling. I'll probably run into that later. But I'll tell you this, and also their founder is the Hall of Famer for WWE, and they've been around just as long as WWE has.
Yes, they have. They have been around for just as long as WWE, which is freaking awesome. I love New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Mm-hmm. And there was only one company in history that had the pay-per-view on the same night as WrestleMania, rivalry WrestleMania, WCW's Starrcade, same night as WrestleMania.
Yes.
I'm trying. Yeah, there you go. It was 1985, on the very same night. 1985, the first Starrcade against the first WrestleMania, and thank God, the WWE won in the end. I've been there, done that, flipped through Nitro, flipped through Raw. Like, okay, there's one time when neither one of them would take commercial breaks. That's kind of frustrating right there.
A little bit frustrating, just a little bit.
I watch Nitro, I flip back to Raw, watching Nitro, flip back to Raw. Neither one of them would take a freaking commercial break. One of y'all take a break.
Right. I remember being in high school and watching Monday Night Raw and Nitro, and I would watch Monday Night Raw, and then Nitro, after Monday Night Raw would go off the air, they would do a rerun of Nitro. So I would watch Nitro after that, and I'd never be able to make it. I would always fall asleep.
Mm-hmm. At one time, Raw was taped. If I'm not mistaken, Raw was taped at one time. It wasn't always live.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Nitro was always live. Monday Night Raw was taped. That's when Eric Bischoff would announce who was winning on Monday Night Raw. I believe there was a segment where he announced that people were there to watch Nitro because nobody cares if Mankind was going to win the heavyweight championship, and it backfired because everybody instantly turned into Monday Night Raw to see Mankind win the heavyweight championship.
Oh yeah, that was the night Eric Bischoff fucked up.
Yes, very much.
I want to say either Eric Bischoff, Tony Schiavone, but that was the night they fucked up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we are just. I want to say, well, we're a while away from Extreme Rules. I'm trying to see what New Japan had going on, but that was interesting. Like most wrestlers, like when what's his name? Jinder Mahal won the title, right? I'm like, cool, the first Indian champion. That's cool. Nope, he's from Toronto, Canada.
Yeah. He's from Canada. The first legit Indian champion, if I'm not mistaken, was the Great Khali.
Yes,
he was champion for he was only champion for a little bit, but he was still a heavyweight champion.
Do you think we will ever have in the WWE a either African American or a Japanese champion?
Yeah, the closest that I think that the WWE has ever had to an African American would be the Rock, but the Rock's not even African American. The Rock is Samoan, so
right. Actually, the Rock is half Samoan, and he relates. And the thing is, he relates his Samoan heritage more than his black heritage. That don't count.
Yes.
Everybody like, oh, what about The Rock? He was the first black champion. No. The Rock relates more to his Samoan side than his black side, and he kind of relates more to the Samoan side of his family. So that does not count as the first black champion. And then the world title was the second title. The title was the WWE title.
You're right.
So maybe one day we'll have either a Japanese or African American champion. Looking forward to that. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not heard, we talked about it last week. We've lost Vader. Vader held on long as he could. Unfortunately, lost his fight. I think he had cancer.
I think that he died from heart complications. He had issues with his heart, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Man, Vader held on as long as he could. Unfortunately, he had to let go. I wonder if it was earlier this week.
Yes. I believe it was Monday, if I'm not mistaken. It was either Monday or if it was not this Monday, it was last Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Very, very, very sad news.
Vader did it all, been there, done that. Unfortunately, he couldn't get the gold in WWE, but he did become a WCW champion, an IWGP champion. Uh, Everywhere else he's won gold. Fortunately, never won gold within WWE.
Absolutely.
Let's see what else we got here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's step back in the time machine right quick. If you remember, I want to say it was Armageddon 7-8 when the Hardy Boys, more specifically Jeff Hardy, broke the nose of Joey Mercury.
Oh my goodness, yes. I remember that it was a multi-team ladder match, tag team ladder match, and they set up this like teeter-totter thing, and Jeff Hardy came down on that ladder and it smashed Joey Mercury's nose, and man, that was brutal. When I saw that, I was like, ooh.
That dude was bleeding like a pig, man. Blood everywhere, blood on the ladders, blood in the ring, the corner. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, he was done after that. Like,
accidents happen, but I don't think that was any accident.
I don't think it was done on purpose, but I'm pretty sure that it was, I think that it may have been, one of those freak accidents that they didn't expect to happen. I mean, in professional wrestling, anything can happen.
Oh yeah, and that goes for the good and the bad. I remember the bad side of that was when we lost Owen Hart at Over the Edge. I want to say it was in '99.
Yes, it was in the Kempler Arena in Kansas City. My co-host from Wrestle Talk, René, every time I go to visit him, we actually drive by that arena where Owen Hart fell from the rafters.
Mm-hmm. Hang on a second. Let me pause this right quick, ladies and gentlemen. I got one freaking steak pause. Hang on a second here. There you go. Saying the movie won't freaking stay paused. Nonetheless, Owen, man, a lot of people were mad at Vince because Vince didn't even in the show. He kept the show going.
Yes, he did. He did keep it going. It was a very, very, very sad moment, and they did the best that they could do. With what happened, they had to keep the show going. So, and then the next night they had a big memorial thing for Owen Hart, and, it was just a very, very sad thing.
Yeah, this is Martha Hart's tripping, but you can watch the video of JR and King announcing it on YouTube. Type in Owen Hart's death announcement, something like that, and you'll be able to watch that on YouTube.
I did not know that.
As far as, huh?
I said I did not know that.
Now, as far as the accident itself, you can't find that nowhere.
Yeah, no, there is literally no video of Owen Hart falling from the arena, falling from the rafters. I think that if anybody were to post it, I think the WWE would take it down immediately.
Oh, definitely. Especially nowadays, it's like, hey, I got the accident video. Oh yeah, that's gonna be deleted like 5 seconds. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
as much as I love WWE, it's also come with a caseload of bad, really ugly memories. There's so many, man. There's one guy, even in death, this dude is an outlaw and he's dead. Chris Benoit.
Yeah, Chris Benoit. That was another tragic story. Nobody really knows what happened. It's some people say that it was due to all the brain injuries that he had. Some people say it was due to steroids. From what I've studied and from what I know that he had a lot of brain damage due to all of the concussions that he had in the ring. He had so many concussions that he forgot how many that he had. I mean, that's how many concussions he had. And every time you get a concussion, that is a injury to your brain. And once you have so many injuries to your brain, it starts to affect your mental health and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's why it's so. That's why it's concussions are taken more serious now in sports than they were before, because they didn't know about all this before, but they do now.
Definitely. I think that's the reason why you hit in the head with a chair, you hit in the back.
Yep. They stopped doing the heads. They stopped doing the headshots to protect the wrestlers from getting concussions. And whereas before, if you had a concussion, they would still have you go out and wrestle. Now, if you have a concussion, you have to go through a bunch of tests before you're even cleared to get back into the ring.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, man. Speaking of getting clear, Daniel Bryan is the beast right now, man. Daniel Bryan will rejoin his partner Kane at Extreme Rules for the Tag Team Championships.
Yeah, that Kane actually came back on Tuesday on SmackDown and helped Daniel Bryan. So that's definitely pretty cool. I don't think that they're going to win, but I think that, that is definitely pretty cool.
Yeah, it probably won't. But I tell you, the most interesting announcement I ever heard was when Big Cass got released the night after, I want to say, Money in the Bank.
Yes. He was released a couple hours before SmackDown. There are reports that he had a huge fight with Carmella in the backstage, and a lot of people know that Carmella and Big Cass were an item for quite a while, and they ended up breaking up. And when he got put on SmackDown, they were able to see each other again, and I guess tensions built up and some issues happened.
I tell you, that's why you don't bring your light. That's why you don't bring your girl to work with you. That's the reason why. As Kevin Nash gave a speech. He had the best advice to any wrestler today. If you want to stay married, you want to stay with your girl for a long time, keep her away from this business.
Exactly.
Why don't bring your girl to work?
Exactly, 100%.
A second here, ladies and gentlemen. I was getting something there. But I tell you, we are getting ready for Extreme Rules. And that's not all. We have the United Kingdom tournament. I want to. Who is that? Let's see here. I've got the winner's name. Let's see here. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so the winner of that tournament would be. Can I get a name? Can't get a name. Okay, Zach Gibson. Zach Gibson is the winner of the tournament. He will face the United Kingdom champion.
Nice. That's definitely pretty cool. I actually have not been able to watch any of the UK tournament, so I did not know who had won.
And so you check all of it out on the network. It was taped because they're overseas, but check it out. Check it all out on the network. Just go to United Kingdom Tournament 2018 and check it out.
Nice.
I do not have the card yet, but 2019 we're gonna go over to Brooklyn for for 2019 in Brooklyn NC Takeover 2018.
That would be cool. I don't live very far away from New York, so that's something that I might definitely want to look into because I've never been to a NXT, and usually if they have NXT, a takeover, then that means that either they're going to have SummerSlam there or they're going to have WrestleMania.
Oh, definitely. SummerSlam would definitely be at the Barclays Center, my friend. I'll tell you why. Because from the past, last year, 3 years in a row, 2016, 17, 18, wait, hold up. 2015, 16, 17, my bad, sold out 3 years in a row, 4 nights in a row, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, SummerSlam, sold out the Barclays Center.
Nice. Never been there.
So I want to say this year it'll be at the Barclays Center. Next year at the Barclays Center. Raw, SmackDown at the Barclays Center. I want to say about 4 nights.
Yeah, because usually they have Raw in the same area, SmackDown in the same area, NXT in the same area, so it's usually all in the same area, so that's definitely pretty cool.
Yeah, it would be, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to actually let's pull this up right now. Tickets are available, by the way, for SummerSlam. Let's see if I can pull this up right quick. So I can pull this up. Let's see what we got here. I want to say it might. Let's see. I might be wrong here, but let's see here. I'm gonna go to dates right there. Actually, there is no location right now announced for SummerSlam, but we will have SummerSlam coming up. I want to say in August 19th, in fact.
Huh. That's definitely pretty cool. I'm gonna have to keep a lookout for it.
But definitely, there's no right now. There's no location to where it's gonna be, but we definitely will have SummerSlam. Tickets are available right now, and we are getting ready for it. I'm excited for it. I'm gonna have a big old party and everything. SummerSlam is gonna be awesome. I do know for a fact Brock Lesnar may or may not defend his championship at SummerSlam.
I would hope so. And yeah, I definitely hope so. And according to the WWE.com, SummerSlam is going to be in at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, on August 19th. So August 19th is SummerSlam.
Oh, cool. I just read Wikipedia, and they was tripping, but that's cool. Also, by the way, just want to put this out there. I really don't need to. Just want to put this out there for fun. Brock Lesnar is your longest reigning defending champion. Either the longest reigning champion of all time, longest reign Universal Champion, 430, 400, whatever something days. Just say it.
Yeah, I tend to have a issue with saying that he broke CM Punk's record because CM Punk was the WWE champion, not the Universal champion, so it's like not the same title, but it is what it is.
Yeah. But I think there's nobody in history to break the Bruno Sammartino record of 10 years, however many years he was as champion.
Oh, no, absolutely not. That's never going to happen. My goodness gracious. That is a record that will stay there forever. Because you don't see titles.
For some time, man, for some years.
Yeah, you don't see champions like that. That was back in the old days where, he wasn't wrestling, every month. It was every so often he would wrestle and he'd put up his title and, but still, 10 years, my goodness. I think that if Brock Lesnar held the WWE Championship for 10 years, I think people would start to riot.
Oh, definitely. I'm just saying, I would love to see somebody with a set of balls try to conquer the beast, and please, for the love of God, don't be Roman Reigns.
I think that if anybody is going to beat Brock Lesnar, it's going to be Braun Strowman. He's going to cash in his money in the bank. I think that's the easiest solution right now is, he's going to let Brock Lesnar face somebody, and then he's going to end up cashing in, and Brock Lesnar's going to end up losing his title.
We're going to have to wait to see that one. It's going to be interesting right there. I would like to see it. I would love to see maybe one day Shinsuke Nakamura hold championship gold, but that's not going to happen right now because on Rusev Day, which is Effort Day, Rusev will battle for the WWE Championship. Absolutely.
It's Rusev Day. It's Rusev Day.
Now, y'all lucky. We should charge you for that. You got a free concert. How cool is that? Only on Wrestle Track, ladies and gentlemen. Next time I'm charging. Y'all got a free concert.
Every day is Rusev Day. I like Rusev.
If Rusev wins this match, he is the first Russian champion since the Iron Sheik to win the title.
That is true. You would be correct. He would be, the first champion since first Iran champion since the Iron Sheik. I remember the Iron Sheik. He was a bad dude back in the day, man.
Yes, sir, man. And there's a documentary on Netflix, Iron Sheik, and it's crazy. You gotta check it out. This dude right there, you gotta check it out. I think it's on Netflix. Check it out. Something about this dude is just crazy. I can't even put words to it.
Yeah, he's definitely a interesting guy. Lots of drugs, my friend.
Oh yeah, Mary Jane, the crack, you name it all.
That's right.
And this is just a random shout out here. Speaking of Mary Jane, I want to give a huge shout out to Celebrity Hall of Famer, Snoop Dogg. Remember the Puff Puff Pass.
Good old Snoop Dogg. I remember when Snoop Dogg came out. I was around back then.
And certainly, Jim, we are. Ooh, wait a minute. we're almost done with this show, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank y'all for hanging out with us. I want to be on the show with us from Wrestle Talk. Hey, how can they find you guys?
Oh my goodness! You can go to Facebook. You can go to the Wrestle Talk podcast with Joe and René. You can go to Twitter at WrestleCast. You can go to our website at www.wrestletalkpodcast.com, where you can listen to every single podcast we have ever done. Right now we are on episode 201. Yes, we are on episode 201. This week we're going to have Ring of Honor's Ian Riccaboni coming on, and RCW's Pretty Boy Floyd.
That's awesome. Congratulations on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Ian's going to be talking about, we're going to be talking to Ian about Best in the World, the Ring of Honor pay-per-view that's happening on Friday in Baltimore, which I am able to go to. So I will be at Ring of Honor's Best in the World pay-per-view.
And who knows, perhaps if the title of the pay-per-view is Best in the World, the Best in the World, CM Punk might show up. Who knows?
He might. He very well might.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for tonight. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Joe, for being on the show with us. We'll see you guys next time on Wrestling Trash. Good night, everybody.
All right, peace.